In this video, we're going to talk about Coincall, which is the largest altcoin options exchange. You have both options and futures, and that allows for some amazing strategies. On top of everything, you have many different assets to choose from, and it's all going to be covered in this video. This is an introductory video on how to start. You have my link down below in the description for Coincall to start with my VIP referral link, which gives you additional bonuses depending on the time you enter. So let's get started. So first of all, options, futures, spot, you have everything here. The cool thing is that Coincall really has the best choice of options for different assets because most of the exchanges have BTC and ETH, sometimes Sol, but Coincall has all the smaller ones as well. You have things like Doge, you have TON, NEAR, XRP, Link, SWI, and a couple of other stuff as well. So that allows you to have strategy where you, for example, short on futures and buy a call to have a hedge, a couple of stuff like that as well. I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to put some of the trades on what you can do with call. There's also spot you can buy if you want to be more on the safe side. However, I have to underline, crypto is risky. You can lose all your capital, so nothing here is financial advice. It's purely educational purpose, and partner with Coincall. So let's get started with some of the easy things. Of course, if you were to buy, for example, Bitcoin spot, this is super easy here to be done. You simply go to the chart, put either the market price that you want to have or have a limit order if you want to have a particular beat. So for example, say you want to buy a little bit of Bitcoin when it goes down to 90,000, if that's the case, and for example, if for that you will have 0.01. I could put this limit order. It will be shown on the chart here. As you can see, I have the limit order on the chart, so that's the simplest you can do. I can of course buy a little bit on the market. So the current price is 104,000 for a single Bitcoin. I could either put what I want to spend here or put directly, say I want to buy a little bit of Bitcoin that I want to spend, and if I click on buy, I will click and will get basically $90 of Bitcoin here on the market. I spent around $100 for the 0.01 Bitcoin. So I have a spot already. Now, what about the future? So spot is the easiest thing. You have plenty of assets here on Coincall, and you have really a huge choice. It's really cool to have it all in one place because you don't have to go between other blockchains, and you have both memes, the recent stuff, for example, Trump coin, but also the classics like Doge, Pepe, and Floki, as well as AI, infrastructure, and new assets are also being added. Now, if you were to use some of that on futures, there are cool stuff you can do as well. So for example, recent token that was launched, Melania. For example, I'm more on the bearish side with this one, and it allows me easily to, for example, short one. As you can see from the launch and basically from the moment it was added, it was down only. Of course, it doesn't guarantee that it will go on, but I can choose between isolated and cross. And for example, if I want to do an isolated position or a market one, I'd be able to basically short Melania in the size that I want to. So for example, I can short up to say, let's say I'm going to short with 3x leverage because this is what I can choose here. Of course, the more you put, the more risky it becomes, but I don't want to have my account liquidated. So I just put a modest 3x leverage, which is sometimes also for those kind of volatile assets pretty risky if you were to see how it behaves. But yeah, you should always see where's the liquidation price and what kind of position you're putting in, because this is cross for the isolated is coming. I will also put a stop loss to that for the position. So this is order submitted. I have the stop here, and then the cool stuff is that it should be here. Also, if you want to add the stop loss, maybe I close this one and just give you the direct one with that's for the fees. I will give you the direct one position with the stop loss already. So let's say the mark will be for that 2.4 or maybe 2.5 if I were to do it. So we're going to, that's the stop loss trigger, and now it should be fine. So I have, you should be able to see it. Yeah, you have my stop loss here. I have my position here. So super simple to do it. You can do both on the, so I'm currently shorting, meaning I'm making money on whenever it goes down. And of course I can close that position at a time. However, if you longing and shorting, you have to remember about the funding. Funding is whatever you need to pay. If it's positive, then the longs pay the shorts. If it's negative, then the shorts pay the longs, meaning that you will have some kind of a maintenance cost. Now, or you will get money. In this case, we have positive funding, which means that whenever I hold the position, I will get the money from the funding because I'm shorting, and longs are paying the shorts. So usually what people are doing, this is one of the strategies, is that you can short and then you can buy on spot. This is the delta neutral position. You basically are not losing money, you're just gaining the funding. If you execute everything properly, the only thing you will you can lose is basically the basically the fees plus the funding if it becomes the other direction that you want to. Okay, so that's for the futures. As you can see, it's pretty simple to use them. Now let's get to something more interesting. So let's say I have a view of Ethereum and I want to, for example, long Ethereum here. I believe that Ethereum will go pretty high, but I don't know how high, and also it might make more sense maybe to in the short term to short it, to go on the short side. I could express that view by buying call options and then shorting on the same side. So let's say I do a bit higher leverage here. I'm going with, let's say 7x. Or maybe 10, we're going to go a little bit more crazy. And here I'm going to start shorting, right? So I'm going to short the amount, like one ETH of size, because that will be easy to track. So I have one short of one ETH. That's the size of $3,300, right? So the short is up. I should probably also, so yep. This was the limit order, so maybe let's cancel that one, and that's canceled. I do the market order, and I also put the stop loss. Stop loss will be 300, maybe 360. That's the stop loss here. So I'm going to sell here. And now we're going to hedge that with options. So the easiest option is basically we're going to buy call options, meaning if the price of ETH will go above a certain amount, then basically this will get executed and we make money. So we're going to go with ETH options, and you have a couple of things you can do here. So this is the standard one with the option is struck for free. 3,400. We're going to go with I prefer the other chart, but we can go with this one as well. So here is the price of the option. Well, maybe we can see. Let's go with some other stuff and let's see. Yeah, this is the pro version, and we're going to hide the chart and just look at the standard options. So let me maybe explain first what you can do with options and what does this mean. This means that the price of Ethereum will be determined on the 31st January 2025, and whenever the price is over $3,400, then basically you're making money because this is a call option. And you're buying that for $61. So to be profitable for that, if the price for example $3,500 on 31st January, you're making $39, right? That's the difference between 3,500 and 61 and 3,400 plus your cost. So that's basically it. Now, What we're going to do is we're going to hide the chart and just basically look here. So this is everything for the different strike prices. We're interested in 3,000, maybe 500 or 600. This is basically 600 is where our stop loss is, and we're going to hedge that because we want to have a cheap version of the hedge if the price is going up. But maybe we can do also something cool here, basically hedging even at this level. So so basically I'm going to buy definitely the option here, right? This is the price, and I'm going to do the same amount that I did for ETH, buying at the current price. So what I did just right now is that if the price of Ethereum will go to like 3,600 and maybe above that, my short will be liquidated at some point. Maybe I can close it before that, but I'll be making money on the call. On the other hand, if it will go down and down, if it's go to like 2,800, then I'm only going to lose this $60 that I paid for a call option, because call option is just you pay, especially if you just buy it, you pay it and that's it. That's your entire cost. You don't have any kind of funding. You're not getting liquidated. In the worst case, you're losing just the money that you paid. So I have a hedged version of shorting right now, and I'm making money on funding, which looks pretty cool. And this is why Coincall is cool, is you have this kind of options also for other assets, not necessarily for just Ethereum and Bitcoin, but you have things like Solana as well, especially if you look on the site. Solana, Doge, I could do pretty much the same stuff here. So I could at this point, what would probably make sense as well is that I'm probably going to do the same scenario, meaning I'm going to perp, I'm going to have, say again, going with 10x leverage. We're going to go with market. We're going with maybe what should we do? We go with Tensol, right? With stop loss being I think the stop loss should be something like 280. That's the stop loss. And we're going to start shorting here, right? So everything should be here. We have the, let me check whether, yeah, 280, I don't think, yeah, it was hit once. So maybe if we go back to all-time high, it can't be hit, but who knows? On the other hand, there's, like huge drawdown. However, I want to hedge it because, I can get liquidated. So in this case, I'm going with sol options. And again, I'm looking for something that I can hedge it with, and maybe I can. Let's look at the size of what I can do. Yeah, pretty cheap options are for 257. I could buy those because there are, of course, many more interesting things that you can do if you were to look at it. But yeah, maybe go with 240. That's the. I'm going to buy with 240. I'm going to buy Tensol for $16. For $16, I'm going to buy 10 options. So I'm going to get hedged on that position. So again, this is what happens. I bought for 240, so even a little bit below the current price, which is 248. So this is the already like $8 in profit. But basically, I'm paying. I paid 160 for those, and those call options make me money whenever SOL is over 240. But I have to remember this date, 31st January, because this is the moment where either I have to sell the options or they get realized, and I have to remember that this is the hedge for the future, so I have to do some kind of decision. So basically what we did right now is we put some kind of a hedged short, which is, I think, very cool, and this is what Coincall basically allows you to do. I'll be coming back to Coincall because I think the platform is great, in the making currently, adding new stuff, and there's definitely a lot of things to be done here. You can also download them on mobile. Customer service working, everything is pretty fine right now. Of course, always be careful. You can always lose your capital. Crypto is risky and there are other risks involved. So remember, this is purely educational purpose. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel down below, and if you want to use Coincall, also check the link down below in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.